Right, welcome everybody. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa, and welcome to the Wanganui, New Zealand presentation for today. I don't know if you can see, but we've actually named it Innovation on account of the fact that the I is quite close to the O on the keyboard, but it's good for our Kiwi accent as well, maybe. This is a picture of our beautiful Wanganui river. Where we live, and here are some quick statistics about us. So we live on the North Island, west coast of the North Island of New Zealand. We've got a population of around 42,000 people. We live on the Wanganui River, which is an ancient highway to the interior of the North Island, and it's one of New Zealand's oldest settlements. This is a picture of the urban area on the mouth of the river. And the river that's facing the Tasman Sea. If you go around the corner, you end up in the ocean. And this is 1% of our district is the urban area, and I think 37,000 of our 42,000 people live in the urban area. So quite a small provincial town, and also very vast sort of rural area, which is we have difficulties in terms of connection with that. From the council's perspective, we developed some strategies in 2010, a digital strategy and a broadband strategy, and our vision in the digital strategy was that Wanganui is a leader in the digital world. And we were, that was quite a trite sort of approach to a vision, or that's not quite the right way to say it, but that was, we were mocked a little bit for that vision. Sure, you're a leader in the digital world, it's just sort of Wanganui, and you won't ever really be able to achieve that. But actually we used that, because the council did adopt that strategy, we were able to use that vision as a direction to head towards, and we've done significant work towards that now, and it's been really good. So do put a big vision in your digital strategies. We established that broadband infrastructure is crucial to achieving that vision, and we set about making sure that our community had access to broadband infrastructure. And in our broadband strategy we included some key principles such as open access, future-proofing, and access for all. And in terms of open access, we're really keen to make sure that we encourage competition within the district, so that our telecommunication users do have access to really great broadband services. And access for all is also another really important principle for us, and we worked very hard in digital inclusion programs around Wanganui. And so in terms of that early connection to broadband infrastructure being an important aspect for us, the council actually successfully bid to build the district's ultrafast broadband network in the beginning, 2010, and we so for our kind of NBN, I guess, UFB we call it, ultrafast broadband. It's not one company building it, a number of different companies bid. So we bid for it. We were successful initially, but we didn't really want to build it. We wanted someone else to build it, and the Crown actually gave us permission to talk to other bidders, so that was really helpful. We ended up supporting 4 bids to build Wanganui's fibre network, and then at the last minute we realised that even if someone else did build Wanganui's fibre optic network, it might still we might be way down the list in terms of timing, and so we asked, we sent in a proposal to the government called Wanganui First in Fibre, where we set out a case for why we should be among the first places to build a fibre network in New Zealand, and we committed to providing a lot of support if a fibre network was built here early. And so we were successful with that. So that was fabulous, and our fibre network build started in 2011. We are one of the first places in New Zealand to have that. It's an open access network, which means that wholesale fibres access is sold on equivalent terms to all comers, which is a fabulous thing for us, and we're really excited about that. That's an urban build, and as you know, that's where most of our people are, but we're also very concerned at connecting all of Wanganui. We're looking at two of our goals are 100% access, so making sure everyone can connect, but also 100% connectivity as well, and making sure that the infrastructure is available throughout our district. So what do we promise in our proposal, First in Fibre? Well, we promise to drive demand of the fibre network, and to do that by building understanding within the community of what the benefits of ultrafast broadband are, to collaborate and build collaborative networks around the community, to lead, because we know that that's a really important aspect. You have to drive these projects, especially where it's changing technology and quite disruptive sometimes, and to build sustainable not problems, but programs. And ones that are self-funding, hopefully. What we did was we set up Wanganui DLF, which is Wanganui Digital Leaders Forum, and as you can see there are 10 sector groups in the Digital Leaders Forum. So this is a council-led initiative, but in collaboration with the community. So there's 10 sector groups, all focusing on how ultrafast broadband can maximise, we can maximise the benefits in those sectors, but there are obviously huge opportunities in having so many sector groups, and also huge challenges, because there just are so many that it's a lot of work to do. One of the first things that the Digital Leaders Forum did was set up a technology expo for the community, and that was a really different approach to technology expos. Usually they're for IT managers, and so we did one that was for the community and showed people what ultrafast broadband meant for them. You can have a look. There's a website there where there's a few photos and things on, and but it was pretty good. We had an inflatable Cosmodome one year, and yeah, all kinds of things, lots of robots and hands-on things, and people were pretty excited about it, and got their appetites whet. So that was one of our successes, as the Digital Leaders Forum. We also have just been named as an ICF Intelligent Communities Forum Smart 21 community again this year. We were included in the Smart 21 last year as well. We're the only town in New Zealand to be to receive this honour so far, and I know that there are a few really cool towns in Australia that are also included in the Smart 21. And that's something that we're continuing to work towards. The next steps for that are to apply for the top 7 communities and eventually the Intelligent Community of the Year. So hopefully we'll get there one day. And so one of the sector groups in Wanganui Digital Leaders Forum is WDC Online, which is Wanganui District Council Online, and the purpose of that group is to look at how the council intends to maximise the benefits of ultrafast broadband internally and also for external customers. And so for that part, we'll pass you over to Jason Simons, our Information Services Manager.
Thanks, Marianne. That's fantastic. As she said, Jason Simons, Information Services Manager here at the Wanganui District Council. Where Marianne and I work quite closely and well together is that Marianne, coming from a senior policy analyst viewpoint, can do the talking and the political efforts that are needed to actually make our visions come true. Where I support her is in very much making the systems and services and technology do the magic. So we'll talk a bit about that, how we actually roll. Internally for our council, we're dealing with public funds, public interest, and public information. So to make this a winner, we need to have an effective information systems strategic plan, and my focus here has been keeping things simple. The technology is complex enough. Users want to get on and do what they want to do, and whether the users are internal to council or external, our customers and clients, they need to be able to access what they need to access when and where. One thing that we've changed in recent times and is very important is have a delivery focus on any of the initiatives we take. Councils are very good at meetings and collaboration and committees. However, when we need to make things happen, we do need a delivery focus. So identifying what our objectives are, outcomes are, milestones, and actually delivering to that is quite key in implementing any type of innovation. The other big focus that we've had is ensuring that our limited finances are well spent, so we make sure that any platforms we put in place are flexible, are extensible, and ideally suited to provide the support for any and all services that come along in the near-term future. Obviously we can't know what the future holds, but my role is to ensure that the investments that we make support the business and the directions that we want to go. It keeps me busy. One thing that we've done is for this particular year is focusing on the delivery of a flexible platform supporting whether it's customers, our staff, councillors, bringing their own devices, ensuring that we're not tied into a fixed platform, ensuring that we're not limited to the current technology that we have, which may be 2, 3 or 4 years old, ensuring that our systems are in place to support any and all devices that come along, ensuring that we have the security in place so that we are safe and secure, ensuring our network infrastructure supports the usage of the technology and the systems whenever and wherever people are. A big focus is that flexibility is our computing platform. Here I've labelled it server compute, but it's very much private cloud technology that we currently utilise. We do have a roadmap for public cloud, but here in New Zealand at the moment it's not cost effective for us to do that, but we're ensuring that we have our systems in place to support that. And again, the end user support. Users do need support, but they're typically not in the single location where we have been previously. They're in multiple locations, not only throughout the city, but more and more throughout New Zealand. We do have some of our suppliers supporting ourselves from Australia and in Asia. We make sure that our systems are flexible enough that they can support users no matter where they are. Our roadmap for our systems, everybody needs a roadmap, needs to know where they're going, otherwise they'll never get there. And we've been moving steadily from our internal fixed, limited applications that you could only access if you're sitting at your desk in a council building towards being able to access your systems, the information, no matter where you are. So ensuring that any systems we have in place comply with that roadmap. And where we've had systems historically who do not have a direction, finding a graceful way to exit out of those systems and replace them with systems that do fit into that roadmap is quite key. The most significant recently was our EDMS migration from an environment that literally did not have a future for us to one that provides us quite an extensible future. Something that is very key for local government, as I'm sure you're aware, is the fact that we hold information on behalf of the public and behalf of the community. That's one of local government's roles. One of the things that is very important to me is providing effective governance of that information, and that's not only concerned with looking after it and making sure it is safe, but also making sure that people can access it in a timely fashion, ideally from wherever they are at any time point. Most of us are busy during the day, so we're doing our research for whatever purpose at night. We need to have systems in place that support that. So very much an important thing is accessing council-held information for our publics. The various publics we have obviously ratepayers, customers, but also our business customers. More and more we have situations where our business partners are requiring access to information, whether it be various GIS layers, access to find out where their applications are. We have architects, designers from throughout New Zealand accessing information, but also in terms of the wider groups. We have very key niche players in the Wanganui community that need to access information further afield. That's all part of what we're doing for and on behalf of our community. And then finally, we are all mobile. So again, this is still pushing out access to our information out in the field, both internally for our own staff and business partners. So ensuring that not only can people access the information, we can actually now capture information out in the field. Many of our contractors have direct access into our internal systems, tree contractors, cemetery contractors, maintenance contractors, access in real time our current information. We've moved away from trucks carrying rolls and rolls of maps that were 2 months, 3 months, 6 months out of date, through to tablets in the trucks accessing real-time information, exactly what they're looking for. Yes, the pipe is directly underneath them. There is no excuse for not having the most current relevant information up to date. And our latest work is looking at providing analysis out in the field. So not only entering data, accessing data, but actually analysing that data out in the field, both within Wanganui context, but also further afield. The time is right. So thank you very much. We'll definitely be open for questions, but there's Marianne's contact details and my contact details. And again, we thank you very much.